Today's lesson about human circulatory system. What are the main components of the circulatory system? Huh? Yes, Malak? Hurry up. Sit and say. Huh? I can't hear you. Heart. Number one is the heart. Number two is Rowan. Lungs. Number three is Maya. Blood. The heart. The heart acts like motor. يبقى heart acts like. What is the function of motor? Of water? To what? Pump. Excellent. To pump the water. This is the function of motor. Do you think what is the function of the heart? Pump the water also? Pump the blood. To where? To all over the body. What about the lungs? What about the lungs? Do you remember the respiratory system of the primary four? Lungs is are a part of what? Lungs are a part of what system? Lungs are a part of Yasin? Respiratory. Excellent. What about blood vessels? What's the meaning of blood vessels? Vessels. What's the meaning here of vessels? Yeah, think. Philip? Channels, canals, tubes in which blood moves in it. Excellent. يبقى for the blood vessels, the definition of blood vessels, they are channels, canals, tubes in which the blood moves in. That's nice. This is the heart, and the heart pumps the blood to all over the body. The blood vessels run throughout the body to supply body with what? And what? What? Digested food. Digested food. يبقى the blood through the blood vessels, blood moves and supply oxygen to every cell of the body. Do you think that our cells need only oxygen? Need also what? Digested food. What are the kinds of blood vessels? We have three kinds of blood vessels. Number one is arteries. Number one is arteries start from the heart. Arteries start from the and carry the blood from the heart to all over the body. Do you think these vessels will be thick or thin? Thick, because they start from the source. Thick. Yeah. And they transport oxygenated blood or deoxygenated blood? But I have one exception, which is the pulmonary artery. Repeat after me, pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery is the exception. Pulmonary artery is the exception of all arteries. All arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary artery, which carries deoxygenated blood. Okay. Number two, or the second type of blood vessels, which is Veins. What is the second type? Veins. Veins, thin blood vessels. Thin blood vessels. Start from the blood capillary. Start from the. Do you think that if they start from the blood capillary, they will be thin or thick? Thin. They start from thin place, so they are also what? Thin. They transport oxygenated blood or deoxygenated blood? But I have one exception. What is this exception? Also pulmonary veins. What is the exception of veins? Excellent. They have carbon dioxide blood, except pulmonary veins. Do you think it carry what? Oxygenated blood. The third type of blood vessel, which is blood capillaries, are thin also. Even how many types are thin and what is thick? Veins and capillaries are thin, and arteries is thick. Artery is okay. They allow oxygen and nutrients to pass to the cells. But what is the function? To connect between arteries and veins. They are thin, they are small, they reach to everywhere in the cell, to every cell in our body. How many blood vessels that I have? How many blood vessels that I have? 3. What are they? Arteries carry oxygenated blood or deoxygenated blood? Oxygenated blood. Starting from the two veins, starting from the all to the. What is the connection between arteries and veins? What is the connection between arteries and veins?